Shadow Leader of the House, Jesse Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is a total humiliation and embarrassment for the government. Yesterday, they published an emergency change to government business in order to ram the Hillsborough Law through this House with no notice and an absolute minimum of scrutiny. Now they have backtracked again on their own business and cancelled the opposition day, which they themselves had scheduled. Now, why is that, Mr. Speaker? Let me read the motion that caused so much consternation in the Whip's office and in number 10, that this House calls on the government to bring forward a motion to change the date it adjourns to Monday, 20th of July, to enable the new Prime Minister to make a statement about his plans for government. In other words, the government changed the business. It refused even to delay the activity of this House by one day in order to permit the Prime Minister, as he will be, to take a statement and to answer questions as to his intentions and plans.
Quick favour. If you are enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers have not yet. It costs nothing, takes a second, and means the world to us. Thank you if you did. Now back to the chaos.
They pushed us, Mr. Speaker, to take an opposition day tomorrow. They cannot bear the scrutiny, and now they're cancelling it. And to do so, hiding under the, I'm afraid, thoroughly distastefully, under the news, the very distressing news that's happening in Iran, when they could have framed a statement today from a minister or tomorrow on this issue, is, I think, completely disreputable. They're not even cancelling it, Mr. Speaker, for legislation. They could have kept the Representation of the People Act. They're cancelling it for a general debate with no votes. Mr. Speaker, it's the worst possible exit for a Prime Minister, the desperate attempt to create a legacy as though this could alter 2 solid years of failure. And it is the worst possible start for a new Prime Minister. People across this country will see what has happened, and they will conclude that this is a man who is frit, running scared of public scrutiny, before he can even take office.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If I may introduce some facts into the situation. I do, first of all, appreciate the frustration of members when businesses change at short notice and debates are postponed. But members will appreciate the importance of the House being able to discuss the escalating and fast-moving situation in the Middle East before the recess. I think the right honourable gentleman, of whom he knows I hold in high regard, may want to take away the word distasteful and just have another think about that, Mr. Speaker, because what is distasteful is the crisis which is erupting once again in the Middle East, and the opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to update the House and for members to give their views on this matter at the earliest opportunity. He reads out, Mr. Speaker, a motion which he tells us was to be tabled for tomorrow. I have to say it's the first I've heard of the words of a motion, because Mr. Speaker, no such motion was tabled for the opposition tomorrow. It was not tabled for tomorrow. We did not see the words of the motion. A decision was made on whether or not the House should debate an unfolding international crisis or not. He talks about what might or might not happen on Monday. He had the opportunity yesterday, Mr. Speaker, to raise the question of whether or not the future Prime Minister comes to the House on Monday. Others did. He didn't. He didn't raise that issue. He did not raise. He might. Yes. He might have raised it in the Daily Mail, but he didn't raise it. He didn't raise it, Mr. Speaker, in the business statement yesterday. Unlike others across the House, he didn't do it. And as for his suggestion that there should be a statement tomorrow, I would remind him that if the business was as he's asking it to be tomorrow, there would be no statement. You don't have You do not have statements on opposition days.
Gareth Snell.
Mr. Speaker, the statement by the leader also says there'll be a statutory instrument on national security. I hope that will be the SI that allows us to finally prescribe the IRGC, who have been sufficiently behind much of the anti-Jewish hatred that we see in this country and have been one of the most destabilising forces when it comes to our democracy and our own safety. So is the Leader of the House able to confirm what that SI is and give us hope that the IRGC will finally be banned tomorrow?
Mr. Speaker, I hope to be able to confirm that in due course, but he's not far off.
Bobby Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I understand usually if the government wants to make a statement relating to foreign affairs, we'll get an FCDO statement. So I hope this is not going to be a habit of the House where we change the whole business to backbench debates rather than getting formal statements from government ministers. While we're on the subject of opposition days, I think it would be remiss of me, Mr. Speaker, not to highlight the comments of the Leader of Opposition recently. She said that the fact is we are the smallest opposition party in history. We don't have enough MPs. So I'd like to suggest to the Leader of the House that they want to allocate some more opposition day votes to the Liberal Democrats. We will gladly take them. We will gladly take them, Mr. Speaker.
Look at them all. Look at them all.
They've come out full today. Well done for coming out today. More broadly, Mr. Speaker, the country will be wondering how it is that a new Prime Minister can effectively be known for weeks, but it'll be months before he faces any parliamentary scrutiny on his plans. So can the Leader of the House explain how has this situation been allowed to happen? And does he agree that our constituents deserve to get answer on his plans much sooner than is planned?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The reality is that should a new administration be formed on Monday, then it will take some time. It will take some time to get that administration into place. As I said yesterday, there are no plans to change the recess dates. The recess dates were set for the convenience of members to plan ahead in that situation. The work of the government will continue through the recess, and I'm sure the next Prime Minister, when the next Prime Minister is in their place, they will come to the House following recess in order to update the House on what his plans are going forward.
Alan Gunn.
Mr. Speaker, I wonder if the Leader of the House is as surprised as I am with the full outrage by so many members opposite, and if it would have been better to see them, Mr. Speaker, in the lobbies with us, increasing workers' rights, increasing the minimum wage, or lifting the two-child cap.
Yeah. Mr. Speaker, I absolutely welcome many of the honourable and right honourable gentlemen opposite, because we don't often see them in this place. And the reality is, Mr. Speaker, it tells you something about the state of the modern-day Conservative Party if they can turn out en masse for this and not turn out for some of the big issues of the day.
Sir Julian Smith.
Mr. Speaker, the right honourable gentleman had nothing to do with this decision. He knows that during the height of Brexit, once an opposition day debate was agreed, it was agreed. My constituents want to know what the new Prime Minister is going to do on defence, for small business, for energy. And the decision to not allow the House the opportunity to question the right honourable friend, member for Makerfield, is thwarting that desire. Could I urge him to remind the new Number 10 that this summer there will be a point where the new Prime Minister will wish that he had sought some consent from this House.
A brand new Prime Minister is about to walk through the door of Number 10, and Parliament is meant to grill them. Instead, the government cancels the whole session, blames Iran, and legs it for the summer break. Sounds made up, doesn't it? It is not. Here is the setup. An opposition day was booked in the diary, one of the few chances backbenchers get to force a debate the government does not control. Then, almost overnight, it vanished. In its place, the government fast-tracked the Hillsborough Law with barely a glance from MPs and refused to push recess back so the incoming Prime Minister could actually face questions first. Enter Jesse Norman, the shadow leader of the House, absolutely fuming. His argument, in plain English, was this: a government sitting on a majority of over 150 should not need to dodge scrutiny. So why do it? He suggested ministers simply could not trust their own backbenchers to vote the way they wanted, and were terrified of unveiling a leader with no declared policies, no confirmed team, and what he cheekily called a coronation rather than a contest. Ouch! Now hold on, because the government was not just going to sit there and take it. Their defence, a genuinely serious situation unfolding in the Middle East, including a push to formally proscribe the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. They insisted no formal motion had even been tabled for that opposition day, and reminded everyone that by convention a Prime Minister does not make statements on opposition days anyway. Awkward detail to leave out, Jesse. But the drama did not stop there. Backbenchers piled in from every direction. One MP pressed for firm confirmation on that IRGC ban. Another warned this could quietly become the new normal, swapping proper statements for rushed ad hoc debates whenever convenient. Someone even joked that opposition numbers were so thin these days, perhaps they should just donate their unused opposition days. Painfully funny and painfully telling. Strip away the shouting, and what you are left with is a classic Westminster tug-of-war. Urgency versus accountability. Convenience versus convention. A new Prime Minister who has not yet said what they stand for, stepping into the job while the very mechanism designed to hold them to account gets quietly shelved. Whether that's smart crisis management or a masterclass in dodging the difficult questions rather depends on which side of the chamber you are sitting on. Either way, it is a reminder that in British politics, the loudest arguments are not always about the headline crisis. Sometimes they are about who gets to ask the questions at all. Thanks so much for watching Britain Unpacked. We will see you in the next one.